Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Jessup, and I'm a storyteller and writer living in Edmonton, Alberta. Today I'm going to continue my series on the imagination muscle, part 2. In our last episode, we talked about how the imagination is like a muscle, kind of like the other muscles in your body. And just like those muscles, it needs a lot of exercise. You definitely need a strong imagination if you're going to come up with good ideas and turn them into great stories. So, how do we improve our imaginations? Well, that's what we're going to work on today. And we're going to start with visualizations. Now, visualization is just a big word that means when you can bring a picture up and see something in your mind. And here's a tip. It's often easier if you close your eyes when you're trying to imagine. So you might want to give that a try. Maybe I say to you, imagine your teacher. Now, just in an instant, you can probably see a picture of him or her in your mind. And that's pretty easy because you know your teacher well. But what if we make it a little harder? Maybe we do something you don't already know. Then it may be more difficult. Close your eyes again. And I want you to imagine a cat. Now, it could be your cat, but if you don't have one, it could be your friends or your neighbors or your grandma's cat, even a cat you've seen walking down the street. But I want you to bring the image of that cat up into your mind really clearly and hold it there. Snap. Keep it there. Now I want you to imagine that that cat is stretched out, lying on the back of a couch. You know, they like to do that. They like to perch up on top of the furniture. And now imagine that that couch is up against a big living room window in a house. And the sun is shining through that window and right on to the cat. And imagine that cat starting to get very warm in the sunshine, getting drowsy. And the cat falls asleep. The cat's eyes are closed and its tail is hanging down the back of the couch. Now imagine that every once in a while, that tail gives a little twitch as the cat dreams. And now someone starts to bang pots and pans very loudly in the kitchen. The cat startles, pounces right off the couch, and it's gone. Now, we're just going to hold the story right there for a minute. Keep your eyes closed. And I want you to hang on to that picture, the last picture you had, just for a few seconds. Okay, open your eyes and let's see. How did you do? How did you make out? At first, as you listen to the story, you may have just heard the words going by your ear and you were enjoying the story. But perhaps every once in a while, you might have had a picture just pop up into your mind as I mentioned a particular part of the story. Maybe you could imagine what the cat looks like, or you felt the warm sun. Maybe you could hear the pots and pans, or you saw the cat leap. Some people will definitely have found it easy to make lots of pictures as they listen to that little bit of story. But if you weren't able to imagine a lot of pictures, that's okay. With practice, your imagination muscle will get stronger. It really will, I promise. And you'll be able to make a lot more pictures. Before I go today, I want to leave you with an easy imagination exercise. I want you to have someone read you a story, or if it's a big book, maybe just a chapter or part of a chapter, but have them read it out loud to you. And make sure they don't read too fast so you have time to begin imagining some pictures as the words go by. And then I want you to take turns so you can read them the same passage. Now afterwards, each of you take time to tell the other one about the pictures that you saw. Describe what you could see in your mind as you listen to the story. And remember, no one has the same imagination as anyone else. And so it's fun and surprising to see the differences, to compare what it was that you came up with in your mind. Now you can do that exercise over and over again, the same book passage, and every time you hear it, you'll notice that your mind gives you more and more pictures as you become familiar, and it will get easier. It's a very cool thing to do. The mind is amazing. Well, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our time together, and I want you to keep practicing. In my next video, Imagination Muscle Part 3, I'm going to tell you one of my stories. I'm going to perform it. And we will have you guys, hopefully, your imaginations will be fired up and you will be thinking of lots of pictures as you listen to my story. Until next time, I'm Kathy Jessup. Thanks for watching. And also a big thank you to the Young Alberta Book Society. They're the sponsors of YABS TV.